And out they come for semi-final number 1 of the compound women's individual. Well, here it is, semi-final number 1, the world number 1 from the USA. It's the 21-year-old Alexis Ruiz. Going up against the world number 32 from Colombia, it's Nora Valdez at 23 years old, climbing her way up the world rankings. The line judge presented out to the crowd here. And when I say crowd, there is no crowd here. COVID restrictions mean we're doing this behind closed doors. But we are making that slow return back to archery with this first Hyundai Archery World Cup Series event in Guatemala. The first time the series has been held here. So 5 ends, 3 arrows per archer per end. Maximum of 30 points available in each end. Total maximum of 150 available. Tied up after 5 ends, and we go to the all-new 1 arrow shoot-off as the world number 1 gets us underway.
And a 9 to start from Ruiz. Not exactly where she want to be straight away, but not bad. Better from Valdez.
Just making some adjustments though.
Nice shot. Buen gancho y buen túnel, vamos. Disfrútalo. Solo zona, márcalo.
Beautiful grouping there for Nora Valdez. Looking very solid. So slightly wider grouping for Alexis Ruiz, but a 29. Maximum of 30 available here. But just dropping down into the 9 ring, and it's 29 apiece. Of course, a cumulative score here, Nikki. So dropping points it is a bit of a problem unless your opponent does as well.
Yeah, certainly. So these compounders, we expect them to be really near the 10 most arrows. We've got pretty good conditions, not much wind, so we should see lots of 10s.
Yeah, the wind is plays its part as always in archery. As we take a look back here, the first arrow from Alexis Ruiz, the world number 1. That dropped into the 9, and the response from Valdez was fantastic. The grouping of those first 2 arrows from the Colombian was incredible.
Yeah, almost touching, weren't they?
They are clearing the targets all square after the first end, so Alexis Ruiz will shoot first, and it's already time for end number 2.
Yes.
Perfect.
Cómodo, cómodo. Bien, bien, bien. Yes.
Another great shot from Valdez, looking very strong, Nikki.
Yeah, high standard straight away from these two, just as we expected. Drops another point though. Chance to be a point up, but doesn't take it.
Another 9 no from Alexis Ruiz. So an opportunity here for Valdez to take a 1-point lead. Needs a 10. Gets it. And so the advantage goes to Nora Valdez by a single point. But, wow, at this high level, 1 point could make a massive difference.
Yeah, it can do. And psychologically, going into the next end, I think, you know, being up just gives you that bit of an advantage. So, yeah, you just want to gain on that each end. I mean, 1 point an end is a good margin to have.
Early doors. What was Ruiz doing there?
That was a bit of arrow loop onto the arrows, so just helping her archer down the other end who's pulling the arrows out for her. So a bit easier.
Very interesting. So she's putting it on not to help her release the arrows or draw the arrows or anything like that. She's doing it for the agent.
Yep, for the agent pulling the arrows. So if the targets are a bit tough and they're struggling down there, just pop a little bit of arrow lube just on the very tip of the arrow. It's going to help them come out a bit easier.
Jolly decent people, these archers, aren't they? Alexis Ruiz, world number 1, though, trailing here by a single point in this semi-final. Remember, they have to win to make it through to the gold medal match and then win again to book their place at the World Cup finals, the Hyundai Archery World Cup finals, the venue of which hasn't been announced yet. But now it's time for end number 3.
Yes.
Grouping nicely just over to the left a bit, isn't she? So I imagine she'll just adjust her sight a bit to bring them in.
Cómodo, cómodo. Sigo. Sigo cómodo. Muy bien, muy bien.
Yes.
Another steady shot
Strong shot, you got this.
from the Colombian. Can you see on Ruiz's string, so top and bottom of the shot here, you can see little black pieces. So they are probably speed knocks, little brass locking points covered in a insulation. They're going to give the string a bit more speed because they've got a little bit more weight on the string.
Sigo ese codo suave. Eso es.
9, posible 10.
And the speed, the advantage of having that weight and the speed is what the arrow drives truer.
Yep, so the faster you get your arrow down the range, the less it's going to be affected by the wind. So it's definitely an advantage.
Yes, yes,
Beautiful,
yes.
perfect from Alexis Ruiz, and there is the smile to prove it. 87 for her, but a perfect on for Nora Valdez too.
Eso es.
Yes, yes, yes.
She
Perfecto.
complies. So both reaching a perfect score in the third end, and now still just a 1 point gap between the two of them. I'm particularly impressed with Nora Valdez. She looks very calm.
Well, she's come into this event having won Pan Am Games in March. You know, she might only be world number 10, but she's got a bit of rhythm here. You know, Ruiz is number 1, but I kind of tipped Nora to be ahead here because I think, you know, coming off the back of the Pan Am Games, she beat Sarah Lopez in the final. You know, she's going to be on a high. So, yeah, I think we're going to see some good things.
Y en cuartos de final, Nora Valdez le gana a Margarita Valencia de México, 145 puntos
Certainly
a 122.
interesting that Ruiz finds herself in this situation. She looked very happy with the perfect 30, but matched by Valdez. And we have to say, the hiatus from sport has been a pain for us all, but it's also given an opportunity for some athletes to go away and develop some of their other skills, perhaps not necessarily the technique, but the mental side of the game. And it looks like Nora Valdez has come back an even better archer than she was before we went into a hiatus. She leads this semi-final, has 1 foot into the finals. So it's Alexis Ruiz trailing the world number 1 to start in number 4.
Great
Yes.
shot. Nice shot.
Brilliant shot, straight in the middle there.
Buen gancho, buen túnel. Seguimos ese codo atrás, suave. Eso es.
9.
Ooh, I think we're all tied up now.
Just a bit of pressure, and that's what Nora Valdez has to eliminate. She's just got to forget what Ruiz is doing.
Nice
Yes.
shot.
She is definitely in the center of the target now.
Igualito, buen contacto, buen gancho y seguimos el túnel. Mantenemos mucho tiempo. Bien.
Yes.
Just what she needed to take the pressure. So we're all square.
Wasn't happy with that one, and that's drifted very wide. It was almost in the 8. She's got away with a 9 here, but a bigger opportunity to get the lead back here.
Yes.
And she gets a 10. Well, nothing between them in the last 2 ends. So that 1 point gained in the second end could be critical. Just one more end to go, Nikki.
Yeah, absolutely dead tight here. So any little changes, differences like that, saw from Ruiz, something wasn't right. So whether she was just not aiming right on the spot at the time, the shot broke, you know, or whether she felt something different that caused it to go out there. But yeah, it was a liner 8-9, so it was a big 9. It wasn't just a small mistake, really.
Alexis Ruiz
So the first 2 arrows, absolutely brilliant. Looked like she was right back in the middle, and then just lost something on that third arrow. Tricky position, but she will shoot first. If she can bang them down into the 10s and put some pressure on Valdez. We've seen just a little crack in the armour from Valdez. Valdez has got to just stay completely focused on her game. Got a big chance to make it into the finals here, Nora Valdez. But she's up against the world number 1, Alexis Ruiz, who will shoot first in end number 5.
On the spider, did you see that? Right on that little X in the middle.
Engancho, mantengo ese túnel, vamos. Solo centro.
Ooh. Now we've opened up again.
Momentum perhaps shifted over to the American now. She's dropped it into the 9.
Aprovechamos, buen gancho, buen túnel. Esa es.
Yes.
So, advantage with Valdez of Colombia. Ruiz has got to put a 10 down here.
Great
Good.
shot.
She has done. But a 10 will do it for Valdez here. She'll book her place in the final if she can get it.
Disfrútala.
Oh, she put it in the 9. And after 5 ends of superb, compelling archery, Alexis Ruiz of the USA and Nora Valdez of Colombia are all tied up. And we get to see for the first time the new shoot-off rules. Nikki?
Yeah, I love this. We're back to just one single arrow nearest to that little spider, the little X we saw earlier. That's who's going to go forward to the gold medal match.
Yeah, so no more 2 arrows, 1 arrow closest to the centre books their place in the final. I'm going to do it to you, Nikki. Who do you fancy?
I just think now the momentum is with Ruiz. Like she probably turned around then thinking, yeah, I've probably lost this. You know, I just didn't do enough there. And then to come back and have that second opportunity, I think sometimes that mental shift is exactly what you need right now. So at the beginning of the match, I would have gone Nora. Right now, Alexis.
It's a really interesting situation here. Nora Valdez, I don't know, she can hold her nerve. Still got a massive chance. It's down to just 1 arrow for a place in the final. Crushing for the loser, but they'll have to pick themselves up for a bronze medal match. Targets being cleared as we speak. Need fresh-faced targets. If we do go to a measure, there we go. The officials there putting in the new target faces. Just for 1 arrow and for a place in the final of the first stage of the compound women's individual here in Guatemala City.
Disparando la paca número 1, Alexis Ruiz.
So, shooting first
Strong shot. You
for a
got
place
it.
in the final,
Perfect shot.
the USA's Alexis Ruiz.
Una arquera, una flecha, 20 segundos.
Perfect strong shot. You got it.
On the line.
10 line, you got
There's
it.
an
Buen
opportunity.
túnel. Buen túnel.
He's
Buen
at
gancho.
10. Valdez puts it closer for me. Nikki, you going for that?
Absolutely, yeah. Ruiz is just on the line now.
Vamos a
Old
esperar
rules
cuál
last
es la
year, this would have been
flecha
another
que
shoot-off.
estamos
So
cercana al
interesting
centro.
how it's changed,
Resultado
you know, the
oficial.
situation right now. Instant result.
Brilliant match. And look, right from the start, it just looked like Valdez was just on her A game. Really focused, not worried that she was up against the USA's #1 Alexis Ruiz, who's been on fine form throughout the tournament here and looking as good an archer as she was before we went into the break. Stunning.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, I think with that momentum earlier this year, the Pan Am Games, she's beaten Sara Lopez, one of the best archers in the world. You know, once you're at that level, you can beat anyone, you know that. So she's just come here and, yeah, shot as well as she could do and come away with the win.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Confirmation that Nora Valdez of Colombia is through to the compound women's gold medal match.